guys, welcome back for day number 3. I have a bunch of photos here. We went and got our tree, and I always really love taking photos at the tree lot. I'm sure the people at the tree lot thought we were absolutely bananas yesterday, actually. It took the boys about 20 minutes to pick the tree, during which time they kind of had the tree lot in 2 different sections this year. We went back and forth between the sections multiple times. Chris and Max were just never satisfied with what they could find, and then we had a lot of shouts of, "Come follow me down this path," which was really kind of cute. I said to Chris, he's got his own little mini-me here, which we wore some matching outfits to the tree lot yesterday, and so they really did look like a little mini-me situation. So I've got a bunch of photos, and I always this is where I tend to struggle, and I'm sure if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you've heard me say this. I struggle to be concise in December Daily. I never really manage to tell stories with just one photo or just one block of words or anything like that. For me, it's always like, I took 20 photos and I have so many words. So I'm hoping that what we can kind of distill down here and get in looks good and tells my story the way I want it to be told. And this might take up more room than some people's stories. So I'll quickly finish cutting these photos apart, and then I'll show you what my idea looks like for today. Okay, so let me just show you here what I printed, and I'm not totally convinced yet that I'm going to use all of this for today, but what I started with was this picture. So this was taken with my big Canon camera, not with my phone, and I have it now, so it's 8 by 12. And what I love about doing the 6 by 8 binders is that it has the opportunity to get some of these bigger stories and this bigger picture across. And so I already added my journaling here in Photoshop before I printed the photo, and I was very careful. I left enough room for the holes because sometimes I've been guilty of not doing that. And then my thought was, this is going to sit directly in the rings, not in a page protector. And I'm going to kind of make a little bit of a booklet here. And so this is going to go on the first one. And this is not a great quality picture. It might be hard to tell, but it's pixelated and really fuzzy because we took these like just after the sun was kind of starting to set. So this is not a great quality photo itself. And then I've got this one. But oh man, I love this picture. I think it turned out so cool. There was just a little string of lights that they had all across the top, and the way that they were strung was really, really neat. So I was excited to capture that. Now, if we look at what I've got here, so that's my day 2 stuff, and I had kind of set this photo in here for the day 3. What I'm actually going to do is take the 3 out. I think I'm going to pop it right here in the corner. I do like this big white number. These are Heidi Swapp numbers. I think they're from Michael's years ago now. And so this little booklet is going to sit in here. So I'm going to start constructing the booklet part itself and punch the holes, because I think that will help me kind of get my base. And then I can deal with this little page protector after. I have an idea. It's not a bad idea either. Okay, so first thing. Okay, so there is the inside, and I'm gonna put the 3 here. this is just a hole puncher from the Michael's Planner section. And I love it because it punches the exactly correct holes for not only the binders from Ali Edwards' website, but also for the Life Crafted binders from the Citrus Twist website, which I use quite a bit as well. So there we go. I've got my kind of base layer, my 3 opening, and then the back. Now for this, I left some room here because I wanted to put like a phrase sticker or something there. I'm just gonna grab my big sticker pile because I've got stickers and chipboard galore all over the place here. I really like these stickers this year these ones were separate from the kit, so I bought 2. From Paislee Press for Ali Edwards. They've got some really, really great. I like this holiday tradition one, but actually I would need the flag to go the other way. Maybe this Oh What Fun. I like that, but let's just see if I've got anything else that's gonna work. Oh man, it's day 3 and I'm already in the stage of messy where I could probably do another cleanup and be actually, okay, so this is magic one that I didn't use the other day is actually perfect for here. And for this story. Basically, I'll tell you what happened. Basically, Chris and I had decided not to do a real tree at all this year. And when we sat Max down to tell him, he very reasonably and very rationally was like, no guys, we can't do that. We must have a real tree. And basically convinced us that there was absolutely no way we could go through this year without having a real tree. Ooh, actually, I kind of like that. That's kind of neat. Not sure though. I'm having a hard time committing to an idea this morning. It's not anything about the stuff itself. It's just about my indecisiveness and kind of overthinking things, which is pretty classic. All right, I think I'm gonna leave this just like this for now. I'm not gonna add anything to that. So what I need to do now is deal with this. And I have a lot of good elements in here. I like everything that's here. And in fact, I really like having this photo. I like the Naughty and Nice card. I like this Warm and Cozy card. So I'm gonna just put those back to back. And that leaves me one here for some, oh, actually, I don't even need it. But I'm gonna leave that empty there. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chop, oh, these scissors are getting a little bit dull. I'm gonna chop the far 2 off. And I'm gonna put it back. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I still wanna use that. This is just a little insert from a candle that I bought that I've been burning in my office. So while I'm sitting here making my December daily, it smells delightful. Okay. This card was just slightly less than 4 and I'm not sure why, so I'll have to cut it a different way. I really need to find that tape runner. I normally wouldn't use red line tape for all of these little tiny things, but because I can't find any, this is where I'm at. So it was just a little piece, like I don't exactly have a story to go with that, but it was a beautiful piece of packaging that I really loved. And I wanted to include it somewhere. And it's not that I want to go in and tell a big story about it, but I think that this is a great way to include it. Okay, so, oh, actually, maybe I'll use this naughty and nice card. No, I'll use it here. I think that's wise. Don't do too much change. Great. Okay. So that deals with that tiny little bit that I had there left over from day 2. And that's actually probably more appropriate to kind of group with the day 2 stuff. And then my day 3 here, I've got this and this and this. And then for this side, I don't know exactly, I don't really need a lot of embellishment on this page, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some tabs for it. And when I'm making these tabs, there's always going to be somebody that asks me where to find this. This is so old. This is an old McGill file tab 3-inch punch that I bought probably in 2004, maybe even 2003. And it just punches little tabs out. So I'm sorry I cannot direct you to another one that's like it, because I just don't even know where you would find one these days. I know that you can't find this McGill one anywhere because I have looked for people. I've kind of checked it out to see if I can find another one, but I haven't been able to find anything. So I'm just going to pull a couple of little pieces here. Most of these are crepe paper, and they're a mixture of the Merry Days and the new one and the old one. So I'm going to punch myself some tabs here. And it is a bit of a beast of a punch, even if you ever did find it. You kind of need 2 hands and a good run at it to get a good punch. I don't know if this piece of paper is actually big enough. I could go sideways. I'm going to punch one of this just in case that other one doesn't end up working out. Now, what I often like to do when I do a little insert like this, I like to put one kind of at the top and one kind of at the bottom, so that when it's laying closed, you see both tabs, that they're not covering each other up. Oh, actually, I like how that turned out a lot with the fa la la. So I will use that one. Now, for tabs like this, I often do use the red line tape because I like to have a really good tight bond. I find sometimes with the tape dot roller, they come off a little too easily. All right, so there I've got my spread, and one thing that I think I like, oh, I don't seem to have it sitting right here. Okay, let me find it. So to go kind of across from this one here, I'm just going to add this one here that says the nice list. I love it. I think it turned out so well. Really nice combination across the 3 flips. Now, one thing that you might have already been thinking in your head is like, Amy, what about your extra pictures? So I'm not too worried about these extra pictures. I'm actually going to toss them in my tray as pictures for later on. This one especially I think would be a great filler photo for a day where I don't have something or just words. And same with this one. I think they're both going to be good for that. This one, I think I'd like to tell a little bit more story about it, and it doesn't really fit with this tree story. So I'm going to move it over onto a different day, and I'm just going to be okay with the photos from the same day being split up across the album. So those are going to go over there, kind of like I often say, in my pocket for another day, ready to go. And I'm going to leave my day 3 just like that.